Well, hi there everyone, Baryonyx5 here, and welcome back to Planet 19, where things have been happening a little bit. Let's go and give a guided tour of what we are up to. So here we are still back in our little house. Let's just head on downstairs because down here we have the quarries. So here we are, this was my original quarry. It is all rather dark and gloomy down here, and things can probably spawn. We got a decent amount out of it. There's still a few bits in here, a few bits of lapis and stuff. And we have this, which was the second quarry, which I have no idea if that has finished, but it has certainly gone down far enough to get us 4 diamonds amongst lots of other things. I have been pulling lots of things up. It's got a load of obsidian as well, which is really proper useful. I'm going to put some charcoal in here just to see if these are going to work. So that has power now, and I cannot see anything happening at all. So possibly it has simply finished. I might have to check that out later off camera. Right, let's get back on upstairs. So one thing we do know is that Planet 19 has a lot of mineral wealth, which is really rather good. Now let's get over here then. Back to the factory where I don't think things have changed too much. This is still going up a little tiny bit at a time. And here we are in what is basically the factory. And I do believe, yep, there is our turtle actually working for once. We never get to see that. And there is the tree farm going down as well, a bit more efficiently. So, what do we have here? What we are making here is... My thought is that one day this planet will become settled by, thousands, if not millions of people. They're going to need basic supplies to be produced, aren't they? And this is what this is. This is a factory which is going to be producing tons of different materials, and this section is going to be producing food. It's certainly going to be producing more than enough to sustain me. It's also going to be producing wood because that grows too. Now the big problem is power, because at the minute what I'm doing is transferring this. This is my leadstone energy cell. I run it over into the other room to charge it up on the dynamo, bring it back in here and put it on here where it discharges, and I'm running backwards and forwards constantly with it. That is pretty rubbish. Now the steam dynamo runs on charcoal, which is of course just wood. And what am I producing in this room? Wood. I'm producing tons of wood. So what I was thinking was that today I really ought to start to think about automating the power supply in this room. So that is going to be my challenge for today. Now I have already got a load of stuff made up. You can see I've got a dynamo. I have not quite actually made my aqueous accumulator. I thought I had made that. I've made up a load of item ducts and servos as well. Let's just pop in here. You can see I've had a bit of a problem with a creeper at some point. I'm not sure entirely what's happened there, but we shall find out. Okay, so the aqueous accumulator should be a one-hit wonder. What am I missing? Tin, is it? No, I have tin. It is that. Oh, it's a second piece of glass. Was what I was missing. We have had a slight server change and now things no longer stay in crafting tables, which is really quite annoying. I might have to move to something better than these crafting tables. Another aqueous accumulator. Okay, so let's get back into here, where of course we have this old setup. This is the setup coming out from the back of the harvester. It comes out, down that way go the saplings and stuff. And out this way comes everything else which has been building up. I keep siphoning it off. Now, what I was thinking was I will reroute the wood from this into a furnace. And that furnace will then place its charcoal into this thing, a steam dynamo. Now for that, one thing which I haven't made, which I will need, is another furnace. So I might just have to quickly whip together one electric furnace. Do I have the bricks over here? Go on, I bet I don't. Okay then, so we are back and I have made me a redstone furnace. So let's go and have a look at exactly what we could possibly do with this. And what damage we could get up to. Now, this can probably come out now, because I have other ways up. And I think it would probably be worth my while putting things onto the back wall. Now then, how should I route these things together? Because obviously, the redstone furnace will really want to output straight into... Yes, so the redstone furnace really wants... This is all switched off now, so I can just take it all out. Pop, 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 and pop. The redstone furnace, I will say yet again, really wants to output straight into the steam dynamo, so I could have the furnace here, the dynamo there. Now, would that work? I do believe it would, because this will accept an input from the bottom. I can dig up into it. I could then simply place my... Although that will mean, no, I have a better idea, because I also need to get power into this, and the power will come from below. So I'm going to have my redstone furnace here, my dynamo there, facing t'other way. Will that work? That will work. Then I will just need some leadstone even, energy conduit, which I can very quickly whip together. Good old leadstone, glass, lead, and the other stuff. The other stuff obviously being a bit of redstone. So, was it glass in the middle? It was glass in the middle, lead left and right, and redstone around like that. Just gets us a few bits. Chuck it all on the floor. Thank you. So this will output this way, and then go down and under. This is where I flood absolutely the entire world, isn't it? Now I am actually going to need a new infinite water source, because that one has got a little bit mangled, and it will actually need to go underneath this wall here. And the other part of it will actually need to go under this chest, won't it? Do I have any bricks? I have 0 bricks. Okay, we'll just fill it in like that for now. So the accumulator will... No, the accumulator is going to sit there. So the accumulator... Oh yes, I'm with this. So the accumulator is going to sit directly underneath. That is actually just flowing water. So the other water supply will want to... This is all going to end up being in really stupid places. It's going to want to go here, isn't it? Is there any better way of doing that? Not really. Fine, let's just get on and do it. So what I am going to do then is route power from that accumulator. It is going to, from the dynamo even, down underneath the accumulator. So it's going to do a little loop underneath the accumulator. It is also going to want to come this way so that it can join up with that power supply heading off that way. So along like that. So that is all now joined up. So now that dynamo can power absolutely everything. Let's find a way out of here, and I just want to spin it around so it's facing that way. Okay, so now if wood goes into there, it will power that. Now obviously wood will come out the back of this. This will get very messy very fast. Now in my inventory somewhere there are item ducts. So the item ducts want to really this is the problem with being really messy when you make things. What I'm going to do is route this, catch all the wrong buttons, route this way. Come on, route this along here instead. This will give me a bit more room for my item ducting. Because my item ducting can go down under the floor like this. I'm trying to not have things be above the ground so that I can walk around. There we go, just like that. So what do I want to go into here? Well, at the minute, the only thing that wants to come in here is oak. I'm going to actually send the oak wood into here just for the minute. I will probably change that in the future. So what about everything else? Everything else really wants to go underground and pop up somewhere else. But ideally, I don't really want to have to come all of the way, get rid of those saplings, to the back every time I want to pick something up. So what I really think is I want to route something perhaps up to this front corner somewhere. And someone else has joined in the game. So let's get under the ground, where we can perhaps find a little something. So what we shall do is run this out this way. Out to the bottom. Right, it's coming out under there, is it? Typical. Okay. And right up to this here back wall. It really, hang on, that is the ground level actually. Okay, I normally actually step things up, but we're one below ground level here anyway. So what I shall do is just route it up like this. And then on top of there I am going to place a chest. Now I have made up a ton of, where are they, barrels, but I'm not actually going to use them. I've made up a ton of factorization barrels by mistake. I didn't mean to use that. Never mind, never mind. One chest. Pick these up, go around the back and plonk these down, just like that. Get my crescent hammer out, give that a tap back onto dense mode, because it should be the last place things come. It will be anyway. Right, let us get this out of here, get that out, and what I think I will actually do is plonk this next to here so it acts as a bit of a battery. So what shall happen is, there we go, energy can come in from the left hand side, it goes out of the bottom, so this can be an energy store. I'll need to get this out the way. Right, we will still need a bit of water in around here. So let us just go and quickly grab some blocks to fill that in. The blocks will be in here or in here. Or in there maybe. 5 bricks, that will do me. Right. So we're going to have to put water in there, which is a bit unfortunate, but never mind. Okay, now our aqueous accumulator is filling up. It's draining because it's going straight up into there. Now what we can do is put some charcoal in here. the charcoal will start to power that, but it should go straight into this, which should start chopping down. It is. Now it should also immediately start charging this up, which it is as well. Now what should happen from here is that as soon as it gets to an oak tree, do I have some more item ducting? I do. Plonk that in there, and let's get some of this muck out. And get stuck again, because I'm really good at that. Yes, I'm properly stuck in here now, aren't I? Actually, I can make that jump. But not that one. Now, at some point it will take out an oak tree. I don't think that it has yet, has it? Because if it's... oh, yep, something just went in. Raw rubber's just gone in. That is, like, not what is supposed to go in. This should be a white list, not a black list. That is the problem. So I have rubber bars in there now. Lots of rubber coming in. Why on earth is rubber going in? I am confused. Right, this is a white list. Only oak wood 17 will go through, which that definitely isn't. So perhaps we just need to wait for another oak tree to grow now. Because, yes, 40 pieces of oak wood did go through. Let's take that back and put these into here. Because what will then happen is these will cook up and it will put them, get that out, put the charcoal into, let's wait for it here, where it will start to cook. Start to charge this, which will give that the energy to cut that down. So I think this is now a fully working system. There we go, we have an oak tree. If we take all of this out, let's see what happens. Will some more oak go in when that gets cut down? Okay, that is being cut down now. And oak should be coming into here. Just as soon as it feels like it. There we go. Yes, oak wood is now going into here. So this should now be completely self-sufficient because this should grow enough oak to power everything in this room. So overall, I'm pretty happy with that. That means I won't have to charge these things up. This is actually charging itself up now because it has given enough power to everything. So this is really good. This means that this is now self-sufficient and I now have a source of perpetual power in here which I can use to make more machines, more of these harvesters and planters, and start harvesting and planting more things. So we are starting to make things even more automated. Another thing which I'm going to do is take this. This is a hopper which is collecting the birch saplings. Now what I'm going to do off camera is route a load of item ducts along underneath here so that the birch saplings end up back in this chest where this can pick them up. But I'll do that now off camera. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed this episode. Do like and subscribe if you did, and most importantly, I do hope to see you here on Planet 19 again next time. Thank you and goodbye.